Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Donnie and I'm here to give an answer to a question that actually got twice in just 1 week. And that is how to find the cell address where a certain value is in a range of cells. Now, if you search for something like this over the internet, you will actually find an answer, but the answers I found mostly is when you're dealing with a column, okay, or when you have a table but you know where that column is. So the solution that I see a lot is you just have to say the address, okay, function. And just to give you an idea what the address function does is it asks you for a row number and a column number and tells you what cell address that corresponds to. So for example, let's say I'm looking for Roger in this case. So I would say that Roger is over at row 10 and specifically at column 2. So what we will get is B10, where this value is that I'm looking for. Now, as you can see, the address function would require you to give it the row number and the column number. Now, the row number is quite easy to solve. Actually, you can use the match function instead of just putting the number 10 there and use match to locate this value, D3, and then look it up under this column B and then comma, then 0 or false. Just like how VLOOKUP ends its formulation, you need to indicate whether you want a exact match or approximate match. So match function also follows the same thing. So match will give me the number 10, as you can see here, meaning it's the 10th value in the highlighted cells column B. Then I get the same answer, B10. Now, the problem with this solution is that you have to be specific. You have to know which column that you're looking for. So I have here 2, and the problem with match is that it doesn't work, okay, in such a way that you have multiple columns. Match will only work if you have one column or one row. So what if, let's say, this has multiple columns. Let's say you have another group here of names, and you have more than many names here. The problem is that match function will not be able to locate that because match can only search in two columns. So let's say I'm going to split this into two columns. Let's move this around. And I'm going to try to tell match to locate under two columns. And the problem is that it will not be able to do that because match can only look up an array, which is in this case, just one single column. So this is the problem with this. You cannot really give this to like in a dynamic way. You have to know which column to search. Now, though that will work in some problems, the question that I've gotten in recently, twice, two different users, is that how would you solve this problem if you have more than one column, okay? And I want to find this value, what cell it is located, okay? And uh, with just using formulas. Okay, so let me give my suggestion to solve this problem. But before that, so we already know how the cell function works, or sorry, the address function works. The next function that we need, okay, for this is the row function. So the row function gives me the row number of where that formula is. So for example, I'm getting 3 here because I am currently at row 3. If I use the very same formula, row, open parenthesis, close, then I will get a different result simply because I am in a different column. Simple as that. Now, row can be manipulated in such a way that if I say, what is the row number of cell E7? And I will get 7 because obviously the row number of E7 is 7. So if you give it an argument like a reference, which is optional, then it will give you the row number of that specific cell. It's the same with the column function. So the column function will give me the column number of a cell that I will provide it. So in this case, column F4, then I will get 6 because the column number of F4 is column F, which is the sixth column. Now, we will utilize that, okay, in the solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort of like, I'm going to break down the answer first, okay, before I give the consolidated final answer. So I'm actually going to use here if. And then I'm going to use, okay, if this range of cells contain the value that I need, okay, then let's say, just for example, for those who are not familiar with if, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put 1 if it is found, 0 if it is not. So if in that range of cells you find the value in D8, which in this case Paula, then put 1, otherwise 0. So the result will be a table or an array wherein it's a set of zeros and ones, wherein the number 1 signifies the position of the value that you're looking for in the range of cells. Now, instead of using 1 and 0, we're going to give a different value, not 1. We're going to instead ask what the row number of that cell is. So instead of 1, we're going to get the row number, in this case 4, because the value that we're looking for, Paula, is on row 4. The same idea is done for column. Now the thing is, in my formula, I don't really need all of this entire range of cells. I only need the 4. I need to pick it up. So there are many ways to solve this problem. So what I can do is I could use the max function so that it will aggregate and give me only, oops, okay, that's wrong. I have to put it before the if so that it gives me a consolidated answer. Okay, so max of this results. So enter and you would get 4. Now, the same can be done with column. You just have to change this to column and you will get the same result. So to show you, I'm going to just copy this formula and equals paste and change row to column. And instead of getting the number 4 coming from B4, I will get the number 2 because that is the position of Paula, second column. Now, I'm going to finally merge all of this that we've discussed into one formula. So I'm going to say that I need the address of row number 4 and then 2, enter, and I will say, or it will get B4. If you don't want the dollar signs, okay, in the result, you could modify the third argument, optional, however, by using the number 4, okay, which is relative, then close. So that's how the address function works. So for now, I'll take this away. I only need the 4 and the 2 in essence. But of course, I cannot use 4 and 2 because that means I will locate it myself, right? I want Excel to do that for me. At the same time, if I move the value into a different cell, then I need to get, okay, the answer, this one. So in this case, it's now at cell C3. But unfortunately, this one is not because it's stuck on 4-2. So let me bring back those values, okay, in their positions. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use this formula that we have over here, the maximum value of if, okay, the cells is equal to that of D8, and give me the row number. So we're going to get this, copy this, and make it the first argument of my address function. And I still have B4, it's still working. I will do the same for the number 2 over here because this gives me the column number. So I will change this number 2 over here to my if. And then enter. So as you could see, it's still working. And if ever I move that value around, okay, then you get, okay, the correct answer, in this case C3. And I also hope you realize here that this solution will only work if you have just one instance of this. So if you have more than one, unfortunately, it may give you a wrong answer in this case because it's finding a different row number and a different column number. It's not giving me the correct answer. So this solution will only work if it's unique all throughout the range of cells. So this is our answer to this question. I hope for those in the comment section who asked for this, I hope you are watching this if and help you got your help no with this video. So for now, this is where we end our video. If you have any questions, just like the two people who asked me this, feel free to use the comment section and I'll be glad to find time to solve your problem and create a video like this. It really helps that we know that we're helping someone out there, okay? And we know that what we're doing is relevant, at least to some people. And also, if this video helped you, we appreciate a like and subscribe in the channel. It really helps us build our algorithm in YouTube so that we get more views. You know how it works. But for now, this is it. Again, my name is Donnie, and see you in the next video.